Hello Capricorn! Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. The sun is shining through the room. I'm not going to attempt to block it out. It might be a little bit blinding, but you know, we're going into the kind of season where I am here in Canada where, well, we're losing a lot of daylight hours. Like the sun, it's not light out until, I don't know, it's like 20 to 8 in the morning. And it's only going to get worse. And then the sun is pretty much gone by like 6:15 p.m. I don't know if you live by the equator, it's pretty much like 6 to 6, but you know, here in the summer, it can be, it's up at like 4:30. Yeah, like the twilight starts to come up, and then the twilight is finally gone, maybe around 10 p.m. So you really start to feel it. And cloudy, lots of cloudy weather as the fall sets in. So Capricorn, here we are. I have worked my way through the party of the zodiac to finally get to you. So there's nothing else to talk about, nothing else to worry about, no one else. I've talked to everybody. It's just you and me now, right? Yeah, okay. So if you've been peeking in at all, looking at your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, or you're just curious, you probably know that I'm looking at your current and your future energy. I'm using the Archetype deck to do that. And then I go into the tarot. And in the tarot, I'm going to find out, like, in your current energy, what have you been working on? What have you been healing? What is starting to blossom? In the future energy, what will you finish working on? What will be healed? And what is this? What will be ready to harvest? There we go. Yeah, you think after like 12 of them, 11 of them, I'd have it all figured out. A lot. These are just quite a lot that comes out in these readings, and some of them have been quite long. Came back. So let's start with this. This card, it messes with my mind. Sometimes it's like artwork, it messes with my mind. Thanatos. I really have to go to Greece and sit with some Greek people, eat some fresh seafood, drink some fresh wine. No, not fresh wine. Well, no, aged wine would be good. And they can tell me how to pronounce all these words. Thanos? Yeah. Thanatos? Maybe it is pronounced. I don't know. Somebody will tell me. Somebody will put it phonetically in the comments for me. You guys are so good with that. But that's it's like a spider web, right? But I don't know what it is about the image in the middle. It messes with my brain and I find it difficult to look at and it gives me a headache. So I don't know, maybe that's what you're in. There's stuff that's difficult to look at, maybe it gives you a headache. With the spider web, it reminds me of like the Eight of Pentacles, work. Maybe work is difficult to look at and it gives you a headache. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting to read the book. I'm trying to look at it without feeling nauseous. Like, it makes me nauseous even. It's a weird feeling. Here, you take it in. Look at that. That's your current energy. Okay, what's your future energy? Ooh, the unseen. Well, it's almost like something's starting to materialize. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Okay, I'm going to hold it. It looks, you know what's really weird? I've noticed this, like some of these cards look different, like in person to me, than when I hold them up to the camera and I see it on the screen. Like when I hold it up to the camera and see it on the screen, the image looks so much more clear than it does in real life. Like it really looks muted in real life. So it really, well, but that's the whole thing, right? Like it's something coming into focus. Something that you're starting to see. The unseen is, yeah. If I stare at that card long enough, it becomes difficult to look at. It's really weird. That's an interesting energy coming in right now. The maiden is at the bottom. Someone else had the maiden at the bottom. Ooh, and then the womb. That's really interesting. Wow. There's like the apocalypse, Eros, the gem. I don't know what's going on here. It feels like a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I feel like there's going to be one of those readings where I might get like a lot of information. And at times, like, it may not even all connect. Like, I just feel like there's a lot going on here. Your underline is the maiden followed by the womb. There's almost like an initiation into, well, a new cycle, a life-changing cycle. Because you think about the maiden. The maiden would be an energy of one who really has not had a child yet. Hasn't been betrothed. I want to say like virgin energy, but see, now listen to the original meaning of the word virgin was one who was not wed. One who, like, it didn't necessarily mean they had never had intercourse. It just meant that they were not officially, legally, or I guess there was a legal means to connecting two people together. And the womb. So, you know, some of you might be coming into a very fertile period as well. A very fertile period. But it does also feel like it's a rebirth of a new... it's the youngest, it's the first in the trio of the maiden, I believe the mother, and the crone, I think, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull out, before I go into the archetype book and read these for you that are like giving me a headache, I'm going to go into the Wild Unknown Oracle and get an additional. Oh, that card, I really can't look at it. It messed with my brain. I used to have years ago when I had an art studio, my business partner. Yeah, she was fascinated by like some of these really mind-messing artworks, and a lot of it was geometric shapes and lines, and oh, I couldn't handle it, but she liked it. Wow. What is going on here? What is going on? The whale is at the bottom. It's not pulling in yet why that's there, because I'm feeling very cosmic energy here. Well, there you go. The cosmic egg. This is where you are right now. So the cosmic egg to me is something that's meant for you, something that's been held and protected. It hasn't birthed itself here on Earth yet. It's as if the energy is waiting for you, for not only you, but the things around you to alchemize to the right frequency. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay, now this card is making more sense. This is not quite alchemized to the right frequency. There's something off. And it's not horrible. I mean, it's a spider web. It's really great. But it's the stuff in the middle. There's still something not quite right in there. But I feel like it's getting very close. Yeah, because it's the unseen is becoming seen. And it's got the octopus. I have a whole new outlook on this card. This is amazing. This little, have you seen it on, I don't know what it's on. It might be Netflix, it might be Prime, I don't know. But my octopus teacher, wow, what an amazing story. I mean, I always kind of knew they were sort of cool, but yeah. This is such an incredible little creature. Wow. So, having said that, see, I look at this differently. Just as I said, I look at the octopus differently. I always appreciated the octopus. I always thought they were pretty cool to start with. But then I now see some things about them that I never saw before. And they're like amazing. Like so much respect for the octopus. I feel like you're going to be seeing something very differently here in the future. Very differently. You're getting a little bit, you know, who was it? Was it Scorpio? Where it didn't feel like necessary. I think it was Scorpio, where it didn't feel like your current archetype energy was something that is somehow completely separate from your future, and these two do not exist together and they will not overlap. I'm almost getting like these two may not be the same, or not be related to the same aspects of your life, which is, you know, was coming through in the rest of the week when I pulled the tarot out. Because not necessarily what you have been working on in the future that's in this reading will be what you finish working on, right? Like, they could be two different aspects. I'm kind of feeling that. And I felt that for the first time through the archetype cards with Scorpio. I'm feeling it again here. So I'm going to go into Thanatos. You know what I mean. Thanatos. Oh, my Greek friends are yelling at me through the camera. Yeah, I had maybe you would call him a boyfriend. He's a lovely Greek man many years ago. He didn't teach me how to speak Greek. We'll not go into that. Oh my God! Look at that. See? Oh, there's that picture. This really bothers me. Gosh, what is he doing over there? My son is next door doing like an online chat, play with his friends. Oh! Ooh! Oh, wow! This is a cool card, as hard as it is to look at. There's only one word that comes in. Now look, all these other ones, like you have the title and then you have like 3 or 4 words up here. This only has one word. Thanatos. Maybe I said that right. Death. That's it. It's like the death card in the tarot. Scorpio energy. What did I just say? Ooh. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation. But the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the okay, let me get my tongue around this one. I can't. Okay, one who has faced, let's just say, the forces of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Wow. When light, grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, the dying. Oh yeah, that would be me. There are those with a great gift for navigating Thanatos energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospitals, hospice centers, and the like. Facing Thanatos' death leads us to Aletheia, truth. Wow. Oh, now I know why it's so difficult to look at that. Because they look like corpses' limbs. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. However she's produced this artwork, yeah, like it looks like corpse. So it's death. It's like the death, it's not even, I don't even think the death card in the tarot is a good comparison to what this is. It's a major transformation, and it may also be taking place, like something major has either ended in your life, or you've been through some sort of a process with someone with death. I don't know if I'm reading for myself, like after my stepfather passed away. But this is very interesting. And what's so interesting is that the cosmic egg is in here with it. So whatever is happening for you right now, the energy that is, it energy is changing because of this, because of what you've gone through, you're going through. I'm holding up, sorry, just hold up the card. Because of why I'm thinking, why is it so awkward? Because of the card. So what you've gone through, the energy is actually changing. So I always like to think that these cosmic eggs are like little tiny things in the universe, like the stars in the sky. And they're all kind of waiting for someone. They're waiting to be birthed into something real. That makes so much sense with the star card, doesn't it, in the tarot? Because it's like wishing upon a star and making it real. Oh shit, that's so cool. So yeah, like every star is a cosmic egg, but it's not in this form yet. When it's in this form, to me, it's ready to hatch out. And when it's ready to hatch out, that's when it becomes a golden egg, because it's in a nest. It's three-dimensional. It's here right now. So this is something that's always been up in the stars waiting for you, but it will only start to mature and grow and turn into the potential of what it was always meant to be when the energy is right. So I'm hearing that the energy is becoming right because of some sort of major ending, something that ended in your life. And it could be also, could be connection with someone is completely severed, and it's severed permanently. They may not have passed away, but they may, well, might as well for you, in that there is no more connection there. Something here that you're going through that's quite major. But because of that, the energy is changing in that star. If you look up in the sky and you see all those stars, and think about that, like think about almost 8 billion people here on Earth, and every one of those stars represents, you know, and you've got more than one up there, something that will become something for you, you know, it's tangible, real. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so the future. Maybe because you never looked up to the star and saw this. There's something you never saw before. I really feel like that. I really feel like the octopus teacher. Like, I really appreciated this octopus. You really appreciated this. Something like, how is this playing into my life now? You really appreciated this octopus. But maybe you didn't realize how amazing it was. I don't know. So, let's go into the unseen and read it. Let us see. No, yeah. In the right way. No. I think the problem, though, I don't think I could go to Greece and learn Greek. Because someone would always be giving me a little something to drink. Like, I don't remember anything we talked about this afternoon. Okay, the unseen. The spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. My goodness. I'm going to have to pause and ask. I don't know, he's having fun, right? The spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us. Watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit it, and then doubt its existence. Though it rallies our attention time and time again, the energy of the unseen may come in many forms. A compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. Well, this is so weird. It is natural to fear these communications as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen. The sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. Oh my goodness. Guidance comes in many forms. Don't expect it to be glittery or comfortable. The spirit world speaks the truth. Sometimes it soothes and sometimes it burns. Being graced by the unseen is a gift. Treat it kindly. Allow yourself to be seen by eternal eyes. So when in light, clairvoyant guidance, whispers of wisdom. When dark, dark looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. To go deeper, King Hamlet, the three fates, the shining. The shining. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, this is totally linking to the death card. And what else is really freaking me out is that, so this is the last reading this week for your current, future, and archetypal energy. So next week, like what I start right after this is your ancestral messages. So people that have passed coming forward. Oh, isn't that crazy? Like, talk about a weird overlap coming in here. So, gosh, I also want to say, now that this unseen card has come in, remember I said it doesn't feel like that this is necessarily your current and then that's going to go away and then this is your future. This could also be someone who's passed away like a while ago. It doesn't have to be like recent, like I've gone through a recent death in my family, but this could be something from a long time ago. And I'm also bringing that up. If you've watched my channel enough and caught it or been around for a while, you would know that my grandfather was a Capricorn. And he has come through the odd times in readings on this channel. And he is, I recognize him as one of my guides. And I pulled some cards on a new archetypal deck that I got just yesterday. I was practicing with it and I was asking about him and his archetypal energy. And it was quite interesting because he came up as the father, the queen, the mystic. There was all sorts of, and I thought, wow. But like, yeah, I mean, as a little kid, I just think it was just grandpa, but it was pretty cool. But anyways, like, this is becoming like a very personal reading for me. But I think it is because I can reach out to you and kind of tell you, like, you know, what to expect. I feel like that this is me talking to you on a personal level about someone who's passed that wants to connect with you. This is the cosmic egg. This is actually also opening up your gift. This is opening up your gift. There's the cosmic egg. This is actually in your mind. It goes there. This is what it's opening. This is what this cosmic egg is opening. Oh my gosh. What you never saw before, I mean, you appreciated it, but you're going to see it completely different and realize how magical it is. Do you know what it is? It's you. How profound is that? You're going to see the Libra reading. If you feel drawn to it. Only if, I want to say, if you can't imagine that you can be that magical. You go see that one. If you can. I love this reading, guys. Okay, going with it. Let's do the tarot. Oh, the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. See, there could be heartbreak associated with this loss. Oh, but look at the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. But yet it brings something new in. That's the other thing too. When people have passed, they do also serve as, I like to say, little energy manipulators for us. Sometimes people pass as well because there comes a time when they can serve the ones close to them in a more profound way by being energy themselves again and not being directly tied to the three-dimensional. Because the three-dimensional is influenced by energy. Energy is not influenced by the three-dimensional. Not easily. Not easily. It can flow with it, but it cannot drastically change and alter it. That's not works. This came out in the same spot for someone else this week. The Fool is at the bottom. This cute little thing's been getting around this week at the bottom, saying to people, come on, it's getting close to taking a little leap of faith here. It's getting close to taking a little leap of faith. Maybe that's why you need to listen. You need to tap into this ancestral energy to hear. Okay. What have you been working on? The Chariot, getting movement from a period of stagnation, getting that going again, knowing the direction that you want to go with it when it starts moving. What have you been healing? The Three of Pentacles, your connection with others. You've been healing your connection with others. I'm hearing too, because I see this mountain, and this mountain came up as a point of isolation this week. I think it was for Taurus. I'm hearing too, like you're somehow even healing connections while not even being in those connections. Like that's real energy healing. What is starting to blossom? The Eight of Swords. Someone else had this card in exactly the same spot this week. And I love it there because this is you not being able to move, feeling kind of stuck. You might have been part of last week where I talked about this Eight of Swords. You're like that because the universe has created situations to cause you to, in a mental headspace, go there. Because it wasn't time to hatch out. It wasn't really safe for this to be birthed and for this to happen for you. So these swords are starting to drop away. And it's going to be safe for you to hatch out. You will want to. Things will happen. Like if you're saying right now, Cindy, I'm not ready to hatch out. I'm not moving anywhere. That's okay. It's not because things are not in the right time. It's starting to blossom. So the swords are starting to fall away. And then when they fall away, you will just know, I'm ready to go. Like, right? Like it's just going to feel like that. So in the future, what will you finish working on? The Emperor. That is very interesting. You may be freeing yourself from an energy or a situation that makes you feel controlled. I'm getting with this Emperor right now. And I'm kind of getting that because what have you been trying to do? You've been trying to move forward. You've been trying to get movement after a period of a little bit of stagnant energy. And trying to go. So what will you finish working on is the Emperor. I'm going to clarify stuff though. We'll see where that goes. What will be healed? Oh, just takes me a minute to click. The Star. Your connection to divine. That's what's going to be healed here. Knowing when you look up to those stars, knowing that there's wishes for you waiting up there. Some of them maybe not right now, no matter how much you want them, because it's just not the right time. You know, you have to work with the timing. That's pretty cool. Okay. What will be ready to harvest? Ooh, the Two of Pentacles. So, if you've been trying to juggle different things, that's going to come to an end. Like things are going to become more fluid, more mono. I'm just hearing mono, like one, more mono. Knowing what you want, knowing what you want to move towards, knowing what you want your Ace of Pentacles to be, right? There's two here. How do I balance that? And then there's the, but look too. What are you releasing? The butterfly or harvesting. Oh, look. See? Nice. Okay, let's clarify. First, I need a drink. I think that more and more connected to this archetype deck. I may not even use tarot cards at some point with it. Sorry for all the background noise. He's having a good time with this one. Sometimes they're, I don't know, I remember, what is it that he plays? He plays Roblox. And then he does something in a Roblox studio. He's always making and building these things. He's actually a pretty smart little guy. He was, what's he doing? He's making me steak tonight. He's making me dinner. So he's 10 and a half. So he's been watching these videos on YouTube on how to cook a steak, how to cook a good steak. He's telling me all these things. He's marinating it just the right way. He's like, you need to put a lot of seasoning because half of that seasoning disappears in the cooking process. So you don't poke it with anything. You either lift it with your fingers or a gentle pair of tongs that do not squeeze the juice out. Oh, and then he wanted to deep fry French fries. I'm like, you are not deep frying anything. We do not need a fire or you getting 3rd-degree burns. But yeah, so I don't know, something else just wanted to. I think this always amazes me. Sometimes, I can't keep up with them. I just wish you would do the laundry and not make a lot of messes, though. I know, I'd just be grateful, right? He's making you dinner, Cindy. Shush. Oh, wow. I love what came in with your star. Interesting bottom. Underline. Interesting. 4 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. 8 of Wands. And then everything was reversed. I like. That's good. That's like disappointing. It doesn't work out. 8 of Pentacles. Something didn't work out with where you work or what you really put your heart and soul into, or the people that you work with or collaborate with. Just in your head about this, like not knowing how to move forward, and then coming to a full and big on ending with it, and then movement. Oh, turning the 8 of Swords into the 8 of Wands. Movement, communication. So, what have you been working on? The Chariot. Check this out. This is so perfect. Clarified by the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. It's like, what did I say? Being in a period of stagnation and trying to move forward. Yeah, pretty much. With the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, you couldn't be much more still than in the 4 of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords. Unless you added the 4 of Swords with that too. And then coming right out of it, like the Knight of Wands. Having your mojo, having your energy, going out, going and doing, going and getting. Getting the movement, getting it going. What have you been healing? The 3 of Pentacles. Remember I said it feels like too, because of this mountain, and this mountain represented earlier this week in another card though, like a kind of isolation. Kind of isolation, and maybe feeling like, you know, too, because this was the Taurus reading, feeling like, oh, what's the point anyways? It just won't get me. Like, I just felt like that. But, so I feel like there's some, because this is, 3 of Pentacles is about collaborating, working with others, communicating with others, building things with others, making great things with others, feeling good about that with them, sharing your energy. But so you've been healing that. The Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Wands. Wow, a rebirth. Ooh, and there's the Taurus card. Isn't that interesting that that would be sitting there as we're talking about how that came through in the Taurus reading? But, so it is like a higher connection here, and like really being very dynamic. Entrepreneurial spirit. That's what I'm getting. Because this is a little bit like collaborating, and now this is coming through with a whole new energy, a whole new insight, a whole new way of doing things, a whole new way of feeling, a whole new way of communicating. It's just like alive. It is alive. So what is starting to blossom was this 8 of Swords. The Sun, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Ooh. It feels like hatching out. It would be wish fulfillment here. Like hatching out. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't do it anymore. The King of Swords, though. Okay. Because there's 7 swords here that are preventing this from hatching. They all fall away. What are you left with? What is 8? Take away 7. We have 1. 1 sword. And I see this with the King of Swords. It's some sort of truth. Truth. Truth is what hatches you out. Truth is what hatches this out. Clarity. Getting to the truth. Having clarity. It's almost like it's been exhausting. Having clarity about your son, about your wish fulfillment. What you would like to have in your life. So the future, what will you finish? So now this is funny. So the top cards, your archetypal cards, feel like they mix together in time and space. There's no like future and present and all. But your tarot cards now feel like they do to me though. Like they are sitting a little more like current energy and future. So what will you finish working on? We have the Emperor. Could be releasing control too. Ooh. Oh, this is like really feeling put out. Really feeling like put out. But there's that Ace of Swords, the truth. It kind of feels like, you know, put out, not belonging, and being defensive about it, or feeling like you don't belong and being defensive about it. But there's some sort of truth that's just between these two energies. Maybe there's control issues here with the Emperor? Because sometimes the Emperor can come through as, you know, reaching a certain point of maturity and development in your life if you are able to harness all of the kings in the tarot. But there's only one king showing up here. So this Emperor is sounding like something different to me. Like, can you be quiet, please? I don't think he can hear me. So, control. I'm trying to release control. Yeah, like, could be work, because the Eight of Pentacles was sitting underneath this disappointment in some way, right? Or not feeling seen. Maybe your boss just doesn't get it. Your boss just doesn't get you. I don't know, but something. And feeling like not part of the team here, that's for sure. But, so you're going to finish working on that. I want to pull out more cards for there because it ends in a really weird way. With the Five of Pentacles. I feel like there's more to this story. Let's see. I want to see what that is. Where does this go after the Five of Pentacles? Oh, it goes really good. Okay. So the Emperor. What will you be finished working on? Okay, we already saw this stuff, right? And then we see the Two of Wands and the Empress. So, it just feels like something just wasn't working out. Something was not working out here. Either, I'm going to say with either a business partner or like a romantic partner. Or your best friend. Like this is someone that you are like divine counterparts in some level with. Was not working out. Or someone that you thought would have been. And that didn't happen. And you went out into the cold. And you went out into the cold. Just picture someone having an argument. This is all over. And they just walk out the door into the cold. Maybe. But it didn't work out, and there was a point of isolation, feeling isolated and separated from this energy and even defensive about it. The Two of Wands is getting ready to go out into the world and find options, find what you want. So this could also represent the new Emperor to the Empress. I feel like it could be representing two Emperor type energies. Or one that's returned. Something like that. So you can finish working on that. Long story short, probably some sort of divine counterpart. If you've been trying to connect with someone or you're wondering, is there anyone out there for me? Whether that's like, you know what, you have a lot of friends. I don't have my bestest friend. Or I really have this great business idea, but I need this type of person to really help me because these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. If I could meet someone who, you know, had that balance. Wait till you see what's coming next. Who had that balance where my weaknesses were their strengths and my strengths were their weaknesses, we would do so well together. Or vice, even like, and that for even like a romantic partner. So now here's the interesting thing. So what will be healed is a star, right? Yeah, wishes, wanting wishes. And what do you get? You get, what I was just talking about, the Two of Cups, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. So there, that's what I was just describing. Like, my weaknesses are their strengths. Their weaknesses are my strengths. Everything is give and take. You almost finish each other's sentences. You're kind of thinking along the same line. You really jive with this person. So that will be healed. It's really good stuff, guys. So what will be ready to harvest? This Two of Pentacles. Oh, interesting way that it comes in. I pull all these cards out, and there's so many going down that I don't really like look at them and connect them with what they're clarifying until I do it with you. The Two of Pentacles. What will be ready to harvest? The Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. Really? Okay, I feel like this Two of Pentacles, if there's been some sort of trying to balance a choice or a decision, that's hard to say with decision, there's been a lot of unknown to fight through here. There's been some sort of unknown that's been very difficult to fight through. Something protected. Something is being protected. That's what she's doing. Okay, I just see this High Priestess, and I see all this energy over here. I feel like the High Priestess is protecting you from something. I feel like this energy is protecting you from something. Because this is a very innocent, youthful, honest, you know, just let's explore the world and see what we find. And the High Priestess is sitting here. That's good. You go do that. But I'm going to just make sure some of this world stuff doesn't come in. I'm getting that. I don't know how that ties into the Two of Pentacles, but I'm really getting that for what will be ready to harvest. So something's been protected here. That's why there's indecision or trying to make a choice or a decision. All right, I'm going to go to, because you had such beautiful, what two beautiful cards to end the archetype week, guys. And look at you, almost heralding in like the following week. Heralding in the following week. All of those Capricorns that love being at the end, and they totally get how important that is. Because they're literally, yeah, like I've left everything else behind. And now I can just sit with you guys and spend the time that we need to spend. And look at how the sun is shining now. So I do feel like you guys are heralding in the next week. Like you're bringing in this positive energy. You're allowing this week to close, I feel like. You're allowing this week to close with you. And you're allowing the new energy to start coming through. You've done that. Oh, you sneakies. You totally did that. You're like, some of you are like, we're not waiting. We're going to get that reading right now soon. Why not? If you can do it. If you can manipulate time and space, do it, baby. Why not? Oh, you are doing that. That's exactly what you're getting here. Oh, lordy, lordy. The Ace of Wands. I've just been thinking to myself, I wonder like if it's going to be emotionally draining to do next week. Like the ancestral readings. Oh, okay. So what you have for this card, right? This. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Lovers. I get two messages out of this. And I think that'll be part of the trick. You're totally pulling in someone next week, you sneaky buggers. You're getting, so the Queen of Pentacles, very motherly, nurturing energy. Okay. Sorry, I'm pulling it. There's like so much stuff that's trying to come through at once. The Queen of Pentacles, for some of you, let me just get started and it'll just also come through, is for some of you, I feel like in this reading with that card and what we've already been talking about, the ancestral energy, I feel like that there is some sort of a mother figure to you. Could have been an aunt, could have been an older sister, could be a mother, could be a grandmother. There's some sort of matriarchal energy that is coming through for you in this reading. The Three of Wands, now with the Lovers, I feel like this person in the spirit realm is helping to bring choices towards you. Choices in soulmate connections that will bring happiness is what I'm hearing. This is coming in, like expect these to come in. This is, as I was saying, like people do pass over sometimes to help in an energetic way, and that's what this person is doing for you. This is a very feminine energy. If this is if you're thinking, well, Cindy, I don't have anyone that's passed away that was close to me. And that's the funny thing. It doesn't have to be, because you can have a great-grandmother that you never knew that was not alive in the time period that you've been alive. Or maybe they passed away when you were a year or two old. But they are still connected to you. And there can be people that come through that have spent lifetimes with you. And then there are also these connections, these soulmates that work with you in this lifetime, but through the spirit realm. They're not here. And we will do vice versa for them. So take that as it resonates. But this is definitely a feminine energy that's coming through. And then on the other side we have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. This is transforming your energy. So whoever this was in the past, or who is like, literally I want to say working as a spirit guide for you. They're working as a spirit guide for you like right now in this period of time, because they are, their energy is similar to what yours is, but yours is transforming. And I don't know if some of you have a lot of water in your chart, or if you have a north node that points towards a water sign, like Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is where you're going. I feel like this is where you're going. This is where things are leading you to. And there might be revisiting things in the past for you in this, the unseen. Really, this balance. There's a balance here that's coming into play. And some things need to end. But in the end, I feel like this is, I'm getting the message that this is going to be you, this Queen of Cups. It's really transforming you. Of course, I would say very intuitive, because that's what this was. The intuition. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it takes me a while to connect the dots. Sometimes I put so much effort into trying to just hear what's happening right now. I forget about what I've already talked about. But yeah, the intuition, that's what this is all about. So this ancestral energy is talking to you kind of like in the language that you recognize. What is your energy? And they're leading you on a path that takes you to something different. Yeah, that's what that is. So, wow. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. The bottom now is the Five of Swords, the Lovers again, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, and the Page. Get them in a funny order. And isn't it funny? Because we just talked about the Five of Swords over here. Like some things will have to end for you to become this energy. But you know what I get? It's like it doesn't talk about what ended, because this is the first card that came out. It just ends. And then we go into the choices. This is what this guy, this ancestor is here to bring forward for you. And there's maybe at some point it might feel like there's just too many choices and possibilities. You just can't even wrap your head around it. But then the Four of Wands comes in with the Chariot. I feel like you, at some point, you move past the Seven of Wands and you really connect. You really, the Chariot. Yeah, the Chariot was over here. With what have you been working on? Because it takes you into the Hanged Man and to the Page of Cups. So you're going to see things very differently once you move into this. What it's all about. That's what this is all about. Okay, you guys, take me on it. You're starting next week. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to go do the extended and see what the heck comes out in that. Thank you, Capricorns, my sweethearts. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.